Starting your own business is not easy. What kind of business did you start? How do you know that you are going to make the right decision? If you make the wrong decision, you're going to lose money. You're going to lose time. Should you do telehealth, travel physical therapy, open a brick and mortar? Should you take cash, insurance? Should you run Facebook ads? What kind of marketing should you do? How do you expand? Should you expand? These are questions that every single business owner faces. On today's Physio Mission podcast, I'm going to teach you the one question you must ask and answer for yourself to guarantee that you are making the right decision for your business and for yourself. Hello and welcome to the Physio Mission podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Jared Cooper. This podcast is dedicated to helping young, aspiring physical therapists navigate the muddy waters of what has now become our profession. I want to help you maximize your impact, your income, and your freedom. Throughout this podcast, I'll be interviewing mentors, clinical gurus, and successful business owners who have paved the way and shown us how it's done. Along the way, I'll also be sharing with you some secrets to my own success and how I started a private practice from scratch, developed an amazing team, and built and grew it to a 7-figure business. So without further ado, let our mission begin. What's up, physios? We are all in the mix of a chaotic time. Business is chaotic, life is chaotic, the world is chaotic. Everything's just in chaos right now. The coronavirus is threatening to shut down the entire world practically. In my business, we've seen some hits. We've had a few people cancel. We are taking a lot of steps. I did a Facebook post recently telling you guys exactly the steps that I am taking in my practice to make sure that we do not lose too many customers. And I gave you some suggestions of things that you can do in your practice to make sure that you do not lose too many customers. Now, when everything is chaotic around you, particularly when everything feels like it's out of your control, it's important that you have a decision-making system for your business. And that's what today's podcast is all about. I'm going to teach you the foolproof system for making optimal business decisions that are right for you and your business. I'm going to teach you the one question that you need to ask and answer. And this method is referred to as the North Star method. Now, I didn't make this up. I had a couple of awesome coaches a couple of years ago that introduced me to the idea. And then I've tried to expand on it and make it applicable for physios and what we do. So what is the North Star? The North Star is called Polaris. It's actually the brightest constellation in Ursa Minor. Now, it's not a single star. It's actually a triple star system. There's 3 stars in the North Star, which is why it looks so damn bright. It's 433 light years away. Now, the coolest part about the North Star, and the reason we use it for what we use it for, is because it literally lives in line with the Earth's axis in the North Pole, or over the North Pole. Basically, it's a fixed point. And that's why we can use it for things like celestial navigation and astronomy. Basically, it always is north. And so if you're out in the ocean and you're trying to find your way around, back before we had GPS, of course, and maybe you had a map, maybe you didn't, you always knew where north was. If you had a map, you could orient that map appropriately so that you turn the map so that north points north, and then you know which way you're going. Now, one really cool feature of the North Star is if you ever look at videos, time-lapse videos of the North Star, you'll notice that all of the stars are rotating around the North Star. But the North Star is a fixed point right in the middle, and it never changes location. I think that's pretty cool. Now, back when I was a kid, I used to be really into martial arts, and that brought me into studying Eastern philosophy. And in Eastern philosophy, there's a book called the I Ching. Now, the I Ching talks about that how there's always change, but within that change, there are constants. There's always constants, and there are change. The North Star represents the constant. It's the thing that never, ever, ever changes. Our business is the chaos around that. So how do we make business decisions when there's so much chaos? Well, we need a North Star. We need something that doesn't change, something that's in the middle that all of this chaos can circulate around, and yet we still know where we're going. See, the trap that most physios fall into when they want to start a business is they go, okay, I know that I want to start a business. I know that I don't want to work for somebody else. I know that I need to do my own thing, but I don't know what it is. So what they do is they start listening to experts, and they listen to podcasts. Like maybe you've heard my podcast and You've heard me interview people like Rob Vining talking about telehealth, or my good buddy Bert talking about how to do home health. And you think, oh, maybe that's going to work for my business. Or you listen to Aaron LeBauer or Greg Todd or Paul Goff, and you're learning about, how to open up a cash-based practice. Or you're listening to Danny Mattei, and he's talking about doing like fitness, incorporating fitness into your practice. And you think, oh my God, these are all such amazing ideas. How do I pick the one that's right for me? So because I've had all these amazing people on the podcast, I thought it was my responsibility to help you to make that decision, because it's a really difficult decision to make. Well, in reality, it's actually a really easy decision to make, so long as you have a North Star. So long as you have something that doesn't change, something in the middle to make sense of all of the chaos. You see, the biggest mistake that people make in business is that they attempt to make business decisions. The problem with business decisions is you're making a decision based on chaos. It's essentially like navigating the ocean, and you have all these experts and all this advice coming at you from all different areas. In other words, it's like having 5 different maps. People are just handing you different maps. Here, you should go this way, you should go this way. Different opinions. The problem is, if you don't have a North Star, you have no idea how to orient these maps and to figure out whether the map is going to get you to where you want to go. In business, you need a North Star. So what is the North Star of business? What is the thing in the middle that you have to make all of your business decisions around so that you know you are making the right decision? And the answer is your life. I know that seems like kind of a weird answer, but that's it. You have to have a really clear vision for your life before you have a clear vision for your business. I know it seems obvious, but most people do not know what they want for their life. Where do you want to be living? What do you want to be doing with your day? When you wake up in the morning, what are your tasks? Where are you going? What are your roles and responsibilities? How many hours are you working in the week? How many hours do you want to spend with your kids every day, or with your spouse? Do you want to be near your parents? Do you want to be near your friends and family? Do you want to live near the ocean? Do you want to live in the mountains? Do you want to have a lot of contact with people? Do you want to live in a big city? Do you want to go out a lot? Do you want to party? Or do you just want to chill? Do you want to spend a lot of time alone? If you don't have the answers to any of these questions about your own life, then how on earth can you possibly build a business that supports your life? And if you're not building a business that supports your life, here's what you're going to do. You're going to start adapting your life to your business. Every time something happens in your business, you're going to have to change your life. If something doesn't work out, you got to change your life. If you run out of patience, you have to work more hours. That's changing your life. The thing is, if you keep adapting your life around your business, then your business is in control of you. You are not in control of your business. So your North Star in business is always your vision for your life. And then you must reverse engineer your business to support your life. I'm going to say that again. You have to reverse engineer your business from your life vision so that your business supports your life. That's really the key. If you are trying to make business decisions and you and I have a coaching call, I am going to ask you one very important question. What is your North Star? What do you want for your life? Is this business decision in line with your North Star? That's the ultimate question that you must ask and answer. Is this business decision in line with my North Star? Well, if you don't know what your North Star is, you can't answer that question. So what do you want for your life? Where do you want to be? Who do you want to be with? What do you want to be doing? Do you have a big family, a small family? Maybe you're independent. Maybe you live in a van. Maybe you live in an RV. Whatever it is, you have to decide that first. Then you choose and build a business that supports that. If you don't do that and you think, oh, I'm going to make a business decision because I think I know about business, or I don't know about business, and my excuse is that I'm going to make a poor decision because I don't know about business, you have the wrong thought process. You are trying to make business decisions based on chaos, and that ultimately does not work. So, my action item for you guys, my takeaway for today's podcast is to think about your North Star and then write it down. Really create a vision. If you're into making collages, you can make a vision board. Otherwise, just write it down. And if you're not even into writing it down, then just, meditate on it and be super clear in your mind. So once you have that, then when a new opportunity comes, someone says, hey, you want to get involved in this new product. I had a guy that approached me that wanted me to get involved in a collar that helped with forward head posture, whatever. And I just thought about it and I said, this is not aligned with my vision. At some point in time in my life, I actually opened up a second practice. And in the end, I closed it because I decided this is not in line with my North Star. Now, the reality is, had I made those decisions, the poor decisions, with a North Star in mind, I probably wouldn't have made the decisions in the first place. That's how important the North Star is. Every business failure that I have made because I have failed to think or have my North Star over my head, looking at it going, is this aligned with my vision for my life? Because if your business decisions are not aligned with your North Star, you will always, always, always feel like you made the wrong decision. You can be rich, you can be successful, you can have 5 practices, but it will never, ever, ever feel right. If you want your decisions to feel right, spend time on figuring out what your North Star is. If you guys are interested in getting on a coaching call with me to figure out what is your North Star, and more importantly, how does it affect your business, what kind of business decisions should you be making, and so you make sure you make the right decisions. You can work with somebody and feel more confident and feel more composed about moving into a new area of your life and your practice, then go ahead and go over to PHYSIOSecrets.com and send me a message there. You can send it to Dr. Cooper at PHYSIOSecrets.com or just head over to my website or hit me up on Facebook. The group is Clinical Mastery Made Simple. That's PHYSIOSecrets Clinical Mastery Made Simple. Or head over to my personal page, Jared Cooper, and get in contact with me. I've been doing more and more coaching recently, working with all different kinds of businesses. Actually, I'm working with an attorney. Why? Because business and marketing don't change no matter what practice you're in. I've spent close to $100,000 over the years on coaching and business development for myself, and it is something that you have to invest in if you are looking to start or grow a practice. It is very difficult to walk out into the chaos and do it all alone, and you don't have to. So go ahead and reach out to me if you have any interest in getting on the phone, getting on a Skype call, and trying to work through some of the difficult decisions that you have to make as a business owner. I know I have been there, I have felt your pain, and I'd love to help you out.